Have you ever asked yourself how the built environment affects your well-being? Does the built environment even affects it? The answer to this is yes. The built environment does affect your well-being in positive and negative ways. To better understand how the built environment affects the well-being of an individual, let us imagine the following scenario. Chris and Lucas are friends and they both recently graduated college with a degree in computer science. They both landed a job in similar video game design companies. Company A, where Chris works, is located in an area of the city that can be described as a building crowded area. This is an area of the town where there are many buildings close by, and it has a lack of green spaces and no parks nearby. Company A's architecture is the typical tall building design, with no green areas inside nor balconies, and its office layout is what is known as cubicle farm design. What is a cubicle farm design, you ask? Well, according to the article The History of Office Design by K2 Spaces, the cubicle farm office design emerges from the action office concept, which evolved to a point where employees each had their own a three-sided vertical division that defined their individual space, and which they had the autonomy to personalize. The availability of cheap, but effective modular walls alongside an increased focus on profitability at the expense of working conditions are seen as the key factors behind the complete shift in office design, suffered throughout the 1980s. Thus, Chris's workplace has limited access to windows with a green view from his work desk. In contrast, Company B's building, where Lucas works, is located in an area of the city that is less building crowded and has a park nearby. The office design for Company B has a biophilic approach. Its design is part of the new wave of office design layout. While trends tend to come and go in recent years, there has been a significant rise in biophilic office design. K2 Spaces describes the biophilic office design as bringing a little of the outdoors into the work environment. This is achieved through the addition of fresh shrubbery, increased access to natural light and air, and in some cases, the installation of living walls as a feature. Thus, Lucas's workplace has live plants and green spaces inside the building and windows with green views. Both friends are happy that they got jobs and still in contact with each other. After several months they got together for lunch and started to talk about their experiences and how are they doing in their respective jobs. Lucas started talking about how well he has been doing and how much he likes his co-workers in the office and the environment in his workplace. He also believes that because of how well he has been doing, he even thinks he might get a promotion anytime soon. To this, Chris replies that at the beginning he started doing really well at his job, but with time he started losing inspiration. He does not really like the environment is his workplace. He describes it as a sad, dark cubic world. He does not feel as excited to start the day as he used to be when he first started working there. Chris has been considering finding a different job or go on an extended vacation. Those effects come to no surprise. There has been multiple research that can confirm the adverse effects of not having access to green spaces and views in the workplace. One of those research articles is the effect of live plants and window views of green spaces on employee perceptions of job satisfaction. This research consisted of a survey that included questions regarding job satisfaction, physical work environments, the presence or absence of live interior plants, and windows, environmental preferences of the office workers, and demographic information. Approximately 450 completed responses were included in the final sample. Data were analyzed to compare levels of job satisfaction of employees who worked in office spaces with live interior plants or window views of exterior green spaces, biophilic offices design, and employees who worked in office environments without live plants or windows. Significant differences were found regarding perceptions of overall life quality, overall perceptions of job satisfaction, and in the job satisfaction subcategories of nature of work, supervision, and co-workers among employees who worked in office spaces with live interior plants or window views and those employees who worked in office environments without live plants or windows. Findings indicated that individuals who worked in offices with plants and windows reported that they felt better about their job and the work they performed. This study also provided evidence that those employees who worked in offices that had plants or windows reported higher overall quality of life scores. Multivariate analysis of variance comparisons indicated that there were no statistically significant differences among the categories of age, ethnicity, salary, education levels, and position among employees who worked in offices with or without plants or window views. In conclusion, the trend for offices design has changed over time from Taylorism or the open plan office design to borough landscape, which evolved into the action office model, and later due to availability of cheap, but effective modular walls alongside an increased focus on profitability at the expense of working conditions, office design transform into the cubicle farm. During recent years, a new trend has started to emerge, biophilic offices design, which emphasis on bringing greenery and green views to the workplaces. According to the research, this design approach is believed to be the most effective to have a positive impact on employees, both mental and socially.